it all there. For and those of you who are living in that area must get benefit better than those of us who are living elsewhere. That must be accepted. But for you to say, yes, it is your own, it is God's own for all Nigerians.
So I have not finished the statement.
I want to agree with you to an extent, but before I even say that, I want to give you a small example. When I was in Africa, in my village, then during just immediately after the war, we were in a town called Omanji in the current Delta State. If we used to wash our plates in the river, I go to the river with a pot, with a small oil. As I put the pot in the river, fishes on their own come into the pot. And take some of them. Today, what is the situation? Even the
debate about security is on, and I would love you to be part of it and continue to be. We may not be able to talk for you to get much, but there was little things that just happened. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo quickly had interjection.
And that is for me the key.
Quickly had interjection as the current man who was speaking had some things that was like not acceptable in the house. A number of people are in the house. Gumi is in the house, and every other one. So just pay attention and be part of it. Continue to share it to others, for every other one to see what is going on, for you to have it on your timeline.
The Nigeria we are in today does not provide anything for the common man. In my village today, which is even one of the major oil producing communities, the populace are more comfortable going to become security guards, going to become cleaners, and so on in government, because they can't just survive anymore. The oil production has polluted the whole area and made living become unbearable. Some of these things have to be addressed. The government today has brought some agencies, yes, but those agencies have not done anything. So what our problem is, those things must be addressed. And some of those things are the recent PIA is for me injustice. Even the land use decree is injustice. Because yes, the oil was provided by God, but who is more impacted by the prospection of that oil, by oil production? Who is more impacted? It is natural that if oil is produced or found in your land, exploited, you should at least be rehabilitated with that resources that is coming from the area. If that is not done, then anything that comes, like one of our speakers said, the problem here is hunger. What is hunger? Why hunger? Because the people don't have any source of living anymore. Their source of living has been taken away because of oil. How do we address that? That's a big question. If in a meeting like this, we cannot be fair enough, we cannot be objective enough to agree that that is one of our problems, we are not solving any problem. So I will also want us to look at that. A second problem of the Ijaw nation. By the way, when I say Ijaw nation, I am here representing the Ijaws in Akwa Ibom, in Rivers State, in Bayelsa State, in Delta State, in Edo State, and Ondo State. 6 states. Well, okay, it's not impossible because we're actually nomadic instruction. Anywhere you find river, you see it. I have lived in Benue, I've lived in Adamawa, I've lived in Kano, so I meet Ijaws. They are indigenous almost Ijaw people, even in Kogi State, that are there for a very long time. So the problem of the Ijaws is that the Nigerian nation has deliberately balkanized us are a contiguous nation. We are a contiguous nation, and we have even things in place. So they are afraid that if we are together, we'll be too strong a nation. Maybe. That's just mine. But why are we balkanized? We have a judge in Edo State that cannot even produce a councillor, but they are there. How are they going to be satisfied politically? We have Bayelsa State that is even not qualified to be a state by the same 1999 constitution we have put together. We have only 8 local governments, and the constitution says we cannot be a state. But we are a state, ironically. It's only happening like that because it's an unjust state. Unfortunately, I have to say this. So until we address these things, we cannot get peace. And like my president has always said, my president, Professor Benjamin Obama, has been in the press always said, he has said that if certain minimum conditions are not provided by the Nigerian nation, the Ijaw nation would not be comfortable anymore to be within the Nigerian nation. We had a conference on the 4th of December, and I'll make available to this forum our communique. The communique says everything. I'm just paraphrasing from there, just giving a small highlight of what we're saying. That if those basic things are not addressed, just like my brother here said, the Jaws have nothing against anybody from any other part of the country. My best friends are even in the north. I lived a large portion of my life in the northern part of Nigeria. I have more friends even in the north. We are friends today. So it's not about a particular ethnic nation, but injustice, just like we have said. So if we want peace, just like this forum is trying to look at, then you must look at justice. If you don't provide that justice, we are deceiving ourselves. And I want to end by that for the just, without justice, we are no longer comfortable in Nigeria. Thank you.
You are on live to GTV Africa. In the house, we have numbers of people, numbers of speakers that are going to speak. Or some had already spoken, but notwithstanding, we still have more people that are yet to speak.
Repeating, we were about to start.
In the house,
because right from the moment I got here and got
this
document,
former President Olusegun Obasanjo in the house, the Emir of Sokoto, Abubakar, we have Yanko Takasai in the house, we have Christian bodies, and I know the one you would love to know is Gumi is in the house, and a lot of others. Gani Adams sent a representative, and the representative, Ogbeni Larry Banjo, is in the house too.
Elite selection gathered here cannot own this challenge, this error, and say this is what the solution should be. We are throwing it back, calling on Nigerians, all Nigerians, calling on Nigerians to revisit. Nobody else than those here can revisit and present it. We have the constitution that brought us to independence. We had the 1963 that corrected and moved us into a republic, and abrogated in 66. And then we have what we have now. And then there is the 2014 conference report. We cannot in this place put a body together to synthesize them. We are people who are old enough to remember 1960 to today, and remember how it was. And then say the distortion that we have admitted here, that this is what it should be, and present it to Nigerians, not asking the hungry youth who don't have jobs now. In my days, as you are finishing in the university by May, June, Niger motors are not going to drive to Ibadan to this thing, give you kind of drive to test. The day you start finding out job, you have your flat somewhere in Ikoyi or somewhere. So it's them that we are passing this on to. No, this declaration, this agenda should be made more robust. That the solutions are there in all the constitutions that we have had. We only need to synthesize them and come out with something that works for everybody. Once the constitution is right, what anybody does under the constitution is likely to be right. President Kennedy, his brother was Attorney General. His brother was Senator at the same time. Jokingly, but I say, my friend before here, the Baba Ahmed, I know them very well. Halifa was, Halifa and I didn't have the language of this today, the way we are behaving. There are at least 3 people in his family who can be president of Nigeria. But they are all right if the constitution is right. And nobody will care. The constitution is the issue, and the constitution should be the kernel of this meeting today. And we must decide what the proper constitution should be, and we have the documents, and we cannot shy away from them. And if we do, then we be the ones. Because it's under this constitution that you can operate one uniform police throughout Nigeria, and then you have policemen who are not from the area behaving for it. It's in this constitution that there are regional constitution and the control. You know, if the people in the areas where the oil is being produced were more in charge, the pollution will not be this bad. Your constitution or some documents attached to it says you may not use dangerous materials in an oil company premises except it is for the purpose of production. You know what that means to us? It rankles very badly. Oh, you can bring poisonous things to exploit, but you cannot let them enter shell and mobile building in Lagos. What kind of life is that? We must, as people say, the oil belongs to all of us, but the gold doesn't.
Thank you.
The coal did it. The Grand Pyramids did not. What are you talking about? Sir, we respect you, your age, the position you have reached, and you know, but seriously, sir, it is not so. If gold is found under my kitchen, before you come and take it out, we must reach terms. I must have some, you know, some control about it. So, the oil does not belong to all of us. We were already in Nigeria for long, and certain things started appearing. 1956, not too long ago. So, it has displaced people, consider the people, and it is better that they participate more robustly to protect their people so that they can eat and live and be a part of a Nigeria with more halcyon environment for everybody. Thank you very much.
Your home live to GTV Africa in the house, as I said. The numbers of people that are in the house are many. I have
just want to remind us 2 minutes so that we'll keep to that. Thank you, Senator.
As I said earlier, I have Ambassador Akim Ahmed, Honorable Jonathan Asake, Alaji Nutal Aliu, Chief Audo Obe, Hamzat Lawan, the youngest of all group, Joseph Languma, representing the governor of Plateau State, Professor Isman, Yusuf, Ambassador God knows Dali, Alaji Tanko Yakasai, Reverend Canon Enikan, Ogbeni Larry Banjo, representing Gani Adams, Archbishop John Praise, representing Khan. I know you'll be wondering, I didn't call former President Olusegun Obasanjo is in the house, and Sahad Abubakar also in the house. As I said, Gomi is in the next 4 or 5 minutes. After this speaker, 3 people are ahead of Gomi to speak.
What do you want them to
3
do?
people are ahead of
We
Gomi
have
to
a
speak,
country
and in a short while
that
to reach him.
seemingly
I know a lot
had
of you would like to
democracy,
hear from
had
him
issues, we had
about the security.
years of military
Continue to be
intervention.
with GTV.
After that, we
Continue
still
to be
were
with
back
us.
on track
Share
of
it.
democracy.
Share it and
How
like it. Make
democratic
comment.
are we? Yes, I know that it takes time for a country to become strong in
And
democracy.
Beniga Olamikon.
I think we keep discussing more of the things that separate us. Today, when you go up north, you will say that the north has had leadership over time. What would you have to say? Has the north been developed more? Are you thinking that the northern youth are happy with the leaders? So you turn around and talk about the south. I think that right now, I believe that if we have to get it right, it is now. Because all over Nigeria, there's anarchy. 2 days ago, they went to my senatorial zone and picked up 3 traditional rulers. Put on the wall that they are fighting, that they are enemies, that they said that no elected person should come back home for unity. So the thing is, maybe what we need is this kind of measures that will make us begin to think out of the box. We're talking about constitutional reviews. There are ways, there are mechanisms to review constitutions. And we have every ethnic group here has one house of assembly or the other located in this. What have we done? What has the southern part or northern part done with the monies that they have received over how many years? So please let's discuss more of the things that would develop us. We should begin to think of those that we allow as leaders in every respect of it. In this room, we have presidents, we have ministers, we have ministers of God, we have His Eminence. And I can tell you that we haven't done what we ought to do in our respective fields. If you go to talk about Christians, go to the churches. You see the politics of the churches, and you think, tell me if there will be development, positive development that will come out of it.
Except the traditional worshippers.
Listen, my brother, we need to tell ourselves the truth. There's nothing, if we tell ourselves the truth, the people in this room, this is Nigeria for crying out loud. The truth is, we have failed ourselves, and we have failed our youth. And it scares me, because what is happening now, anybody in Nigeria, anybody, I don't care who you are at risk. A country where we don't even have, you can't say, it doesn't matter where, you cannot say that we have an emergency room that is what is onion. We have elder statesmen. You can't guarantee that they can have simple, reasonable treatment. What have we done to ourselves? Not too long ago, we talked about the petroleum industrial bill. And it will be in the National Assembly. You find that people are thinking about where is it from? What are you going to say 5% or 3% for the frontiers? What is going to happen to the truth of the matter is, if you have something, a natural product in any area, whether that product is in the north or in the south, and you have no understanding with the locals, everybody will understand how to protect that. If we have regulations that will come out of spillages, there should be ways, already written down ways, that's what the PID could be. But the truth is that whether we are talking about democracy or anything, we are not also sincere about it. But I'll tell you something, that these times are perilous times. There's problem in the land. Even in the National Assembly, sometimes I'm sitting in there, I'm wondering what is going to happen. Are they coming in here to shoot everybody? I'm wondering, I'm not talking about even kidnapping. I'm talking about they could come and open fire and kill everybody. So this is where we are. We need to understand that this 49% of the country, which is the people that are energetic, they are bleeding. It's a problem.
The free fall of Naira, let me ask you, is there any nation in this world? This country is God's country, that's why it's like driving a vehicle for 5 years without changing the oil. And every day we say, Lord, please protect this vehicle. Why do we do this to ourselves? This is not fair. Yes, I'm in National Assembly, yes. But why would we have someone in National Assembly year in, year out? And you know that that person hasn't done what he ought to do. You feel it doesn't matter what it is, no single person can force himself on people. So the churches have a role. They must have a role. We must go back to the nitty-gritty. It is not only those that are in government, elected or whatever, they are not the only ones that make a country to move forward. This country belongs to all of us. There's no way the elder statesmen would do what they ought to do. They have ways, they've been experienced, they've been military presidents, they've been democratic presidents. They know how to get the attention of those in power. It's human beings that are in power. The country is bleeding. And I really want us to be honest about it. Nigerians have left these shores and they have done very well. In fact, the face of the black man all over the world is Nigerians. Whether you are in America or anywhere, our young children have gone there to excel, showing that the black race is even better than any race. So why is it that when we step into this country, it becomes like there's something in this land? We need to truly, I'm excited that I saw the quality of people I saw in this room. And I can tell you, when you think that a challenge cannot be handled by a sector, all sectors, all hands will have to be on deck. In my secretarial district, I realize right now that there are so many young boys and young girls in Nigeria. I don't even know where they got their tech wizardry, whether they've gone to school or not. But Indians are going from the back door. They get all the jobs from Europe and America. They now come back to Lagos to look for young men and women who will do the tech jobs. So what have I done? I have gone back there and I'm trying to make sure that most of these tech jobs can be brought down here. It's doable. There are so many things we can do. You don't have to really be in government to begin to think of the right way to do these things. Nigeria is bleeding. A country where you can't feed ourselves. A country where there are no industries. Why would there be free fall of Naira? A country where you can't even budget and plan with it. You budget and the money is based on, the currency is based on another currency. Meanwhile, your own currency free falls every minute. How can you budget? So we must holistically think about it. Right now, we're around the corner. There's 2023 in the corner. What would the mosque, what would the church, what would the elder statesman, what would the young people do? This country, nobody is too, not everybody can be killed by anybody. So in the election period, whether you like it or not, instead of even the LSAS thing, let's vote and protect and vote. Because leadership in all strata is the answer. Thank you very much.
Your whole life will not
We have two more people to speak because Mr. President is leaving here soon. So, we used to Prof. After Prof.
well, you can say the thing has been reduced to a point.
And because of time, I will stand on existing protocol. This is my first time in the name of this eminent Nigeria. Never been this close. Nigeria, my generation has benefited from Nigeria more than we have given them. I've seen that. I went to Catholic school in Zaria, in Ilorin, and in Sokoto. I went to ABU Zaria. The university was the most diversified student population in Nigeria. We were taught history in primary and secondary school. We knew Jaja, we knew the kind of Gogowi. Now my kids are not taught history. Yeah? They know Ronaldo, but they don't know Awolowo. It's a problem. So ladies and gentlemen, I am very glad we are here and we are talking. The problems of Nigeria are not Nigerian because of Nigeria and the elites. Don't go any further. The poor man in Kankara eats a living and he wants to live a life just like the poor man in Marco Polo Lagos. The problem with Nigeria are the elites. We have not served our people well. We have not given back to this nation what it has given to us. And we are seeing this result here. How many of us can go back to our ancestral homeland and spend a weekend in those big black jeeps? We ran away from them, and they're now coming after us. I had President Obasanjo said this when he was president, and it is true today as it was then. What we are seeing currently in Nigeria is essentially elders losing control of their youth. You will know elders have lost control of their youth, that's why you see Boko Haram. We've seen that with Fulani. I and Sheikh Gumi went to 8 states so far. The elders will tell you the bottom is right. We've lost control of their youth. Yorubas, today, Sunday Igboho at that time that was born in 1972, he's the one saying he's Yoruba leader. Who did I say? Igbos. Nnamdi Kanu was born in 1967, and he's calling the narrative while Igbo leaders are in Abuja agitating for Igbo presidency. Ladies and gentlemen, we have lost control of our youth, and if we do not get involved with our youth, all these things will not stop. That was why I and Sheikh Gumi went into the forest, 8 states. The 2 places we went to first are represented as high states. We went to Sokoto to see Zen. And we went to Abeokuta to see President Obasanjo. President Obasanjo, at his age, he should be arrested. In his younger days, he wore the uniform of this country to stick this country back. We're still going back to him. Why? Because my generation has failed. We went to them. I didn't know they would be here. They were the first people we went to. They needed to know what we're doing. I'm a physician, Sheikh Gumi is a physician and a cleric. We must get involved in our local problems. All people should have gotten involved in Nnamdi Kanu. All Yoruba elders should have gotten involved in Boko. All Kanuri leaders should have gotten involved with Boko Haram. Problems are local. Solutions are local. I saw that all through the forest we went to. From meeting this commander, this guy that is pillaging Sokoto, we met them. 13, 14, 15-year-olds carrying bigger guns than they can carry. Why did we go? Martin Luther King said, violence is the language of the unheard. Violence is the language of the unheard. You don't hear people? Even though you are Megad, every day I come home, I ask my wife, have you given Megad food? Yeah, it's very important. He's carrying a gun and you're sleeping in there and eating chicken? Ladies and gentlemen, people working for you, listen to them, ask your wife, have you given her to say she's fighting with the house girl, they leave her alone. So you don't hear them. We went to the forest to listen, to hear. I went back to school to understand why. I am a Fulani by heritage. I am Muslim by religion and I'm very proud Nigerian. This is not our heritage. How did we get here? How did we get here? That was what we went into the forest to find out. We didn't go negotiating on the behest of government or anybody. Yoruba man will not go into the forest for us. And Igbo man will not go into the forest. You guys do not expect a Fulani man like me to go and talk to Nnamdi Kanu. Local elders must get involved in their local problems. President Obasanjo addressed the leadership of this. I told them, I am a Yoruba man. I'm getting involved into this problem to bring peace to this country. We all must get involved locally. And when I hear people say, no, I left this country and spent more time outside there than I've done here. In Judeo-Christian cultures. When I came back home, there's a lot more religion in Nigeria than when I left. Mosques are bigger, churches are bigger, prayers are louder. Ladies and gentlemen, there is too much public religion, but there is no taqwa. Taqwa is the fear of God. Public religion, but there is no taqwa. Allah will not ask you how loud you pray, or what is in your heart, what you've done. Religion is over 80% of Islam is about muamala, how you relate with people. I went to Catholic school, I know the Bible very well. My formative years, Catholic schools in 3 places. So when somebody comes and tells me, I'm a Christian, I'm this, when I left this country, there was no pandemic, there was no asikokoro, there is no da, there is no da. Now I hear kids, Ijo nation, Yoruba nation. The last time I checked, there is only one nation, the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now we have balkanized this country. Who did that? It's not the poor man in Kenya. It is us, the elites. So ladies and gentlemen, the problems are here. And the solutions must be found here. Our people are bleeding because our leaderships are not listening. Who voted for them? We want state police. We want this. We want this. When the governors have emasculated local governments.
When the government
All the governors have emasculated local governments. No local government is functional in this country. None. None. And state assembly and judiciary. And yet the governors come here and say restructuring. Do you think restructuring will make a difference in banditry? No. Restructuring will make a difference with Boko Haram or Igbo or Nnamdi? No. Restructuring is our elite fantasy. We want to break things for our own. Ladies and gentlemen, what have we done to our people? What are we doing to our people? This meeting, I wrote a paper yesterday. The title of the paper was never in the history of our nation has it been this bad. I asked a question that has been answered here today. What is the question? One of the questions I asked is, if the state is failing, where are the statesmen? The statesmen are here. I thank you all very much.
Well, Professor Usman Yusuf just spoke, finished, and it's expected that the popular non-face and non-well Gumi is nice to speak. Continue to share. And
I am Ahmed Gumi from Yoruba State. Recently, I've been really viral in a lot of media houses for some reasons. But I will not waste time since I'm in front of one of our leaders, President Obasanjo, who has demonstrated good qualities of a good leader. And His Eminence, the Sultan of Sokoto, who has also shown this good leadership quality. That is what brought them here. What we are dealing with is a Frankenstein. The problems Nigerians have, we have long-term problems and we have immediate problems. Long-term problems, when people are talking about constitution, revenue, allocation formula, all these are long-term problems. But today now we are facing a Frankenstein, a monster we created ourselves. And Izomani will say, a second-class Nigerian is treated as a second-class Nigerian. Let's accept it. But do you know that there are also third-class Nigerians? When you talk about graduates not having jobs, and this is a time bomb, how about a chunk of Nigerians, a big population of millions that has no even a primary school education? how will they cope? And this political, social, economic, ecological array that is facing the nation. So this particular people now is the Frankenstein that we're facing. They respect no religion, they respect no ethnicity, they respect nothing. People talk about a bonds in Sokoto State and bandits. When we all know bandits initially, they don't kill people like that. They kidnap people to get money. So what has metamorphosed and turned them into a monster that is now trying to kill people?
Thank you so much for watching this video together with me. Like I said before, if it is your first time of coming across my YouTube channel and you like what I do, please subscribe, put on your notification bell, share this video, leave your comment in the comment section. You are free to criticize, but let us do it always constructively. Remain blessed. I appreciate your massive support and I love and cherish each and every one of you. Until I meet you again in my next video, for now I will say bye-bye.